Alright guys, what we're going to go ahead and explain is the forward half roll and the backwards half roll. To start out this move, I'm going to start with my nunchuck at a high grip where like my thumb would be facing up. And for the backwards half roll, all you're going to do, I like to build some momentum swinging it back and forth, and then when I bring it over behind my the top of my hand here, I let go and then catch it. For now, if I lift my thumb up, it would be facing up. Alright, so when I bring it back over the hand, going forwards, the chain is over the top of the hand, then I let go, and now it goes down. So I can bring it backwards and forwards. And that is your forwards and backwards half roll. What we're going to go over now is the butterfly roll. The butterfly roll combines a forwards half roll and a backwards roll going the left and the right side. So I'm going to start with the nunchuck, thumbs up, over my shoulder, and it's like you're doing the outward figure eight. The only difference is whatever side you're on, you do a halfwards roll, and you bring it to the other side and do another halfwards roll. So I'm going to start over my shoulder, do the outward figure eight, and I'm going to go ahead and continue doing a backwards half roll when it's on my left side. And then I bring it across my body to the right side, and then you do a forwards half roll. And in combination, it looks like this. And I'll show it from the side angle here. Over my shoulder, with my right hand, I throw it over to my left side, and I do a backwards half roll, bring it across to the right side, and do a forwards half roll. And we continue the motion. And that is your butterfly roll. The next technique I'm going to show is the over-under hand exchange with a half roll, a backwards half roll. So remember again, when I do a over-under hand exchange, I just hold the nunchuck, thumbs up, and I throw it over my shoulder, and my other hand's underneath my armpit and catch. The only difference is I'm going to perform a backwards half roll and feed it. I switch to the other side. So how you do this is, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over my shoulder, and when I do this, I perform the backwards half roll. So my thumb will be facing up. And then I'm pretty much going to kind of let go with my fingers, or my fingers here, and I'm using my pointer finger and my thumb finger catching the nunchuck, holding it there. So when I throw it over my shoulder, I have a better grip to catch. You see that? And I do the same thing, I throw it over, and I feed it. So the main thing is having the thumb and the pointer finger. So again, all it is, go to the shoulder, half roll, and use the pointer finger and the thumb, do the same thing, and switch. And that's it. That's the over-under hand exchange with a backwards half roll. Alright guys, we're going to go over now is a leg weave with a backwards half roll. Remember, a regular half roll is, I bend my knees here, and I bring the nunchuck behind and catch. And we switch, switch, switch. It's like you're dribbling a basketball in a way. And when I do this, make sure I bend my knees so I don't actually hit myself in the groin. It's going to hit my thigh instead. So the only difference is I have my nunchuck grip here, thumb facing down, and you just basically do a backwards half roll, and then I bring it up, and I still do that motion where I catch it with my thumb and my pointer finger to guide with the other hand and switch. So backwards half roll, and put your other hand in front, palm facing down, so you can catch that nunchuck and switch. So just backwards half roll and switching. And there you go. There's a backwards leg weave with a half roll. For now is a left over right or right over left front hand exchange with a half roll, a backwards half roll. So remember, the left or right hand exchange is basically, I'm going to take the nunchuck over my shoulder, come down and clutch my hip. And then after you clutch your hip, you put your other hand in front and feed it to that hand here. So that's basically the left over right or the right over left front hand exchange. So if you see it here, bring it over my shoulder, I come down, I clutch my hip, the other hand's in front, and I feed it, and I just switch. What I'm going to do next is, I'm going to add a half roll to it. So when I start over my shoulder and when I clutch my hip, I'm going to immediately do a backwards half roll until I put my other hand in front of it and catch it. And I'll reverse the motion there and catch. So a side angle of here, I bring it over my shoulder, half roll, and catch. Backwards half roll and catch. And there you go. There's a left over right front hand exchange with a backwards half roll. On the back exchange with a half roll. So I'm going to start with my nunchuck over my shoulder here, thumbs up, and I'm going to go ahead and do a diagonal downward strike and clutch my hip. Once I do this, I'm going to go ahead and do a backwards half roll and bring it behind my back, and my other free hand is going to be palm towards it, so easily to catch it. Okay, and then when you're here, you can go ahead and bring it in front. You can hit your hip again and do the same thing and continue that motion, go into each hip and bring it behind you. So again, I'll start off over my shoulder, I do the diagonal strike, bring it behind my back, and do the same thing, catch, and just go into each opposite hip. So get side view here, over my shoulder, clutch the hip, do the half roll, backwards half roll, bring the other hand by my back, catch, and then let go, bring it to my opposite hip, and do the same thing, and I just go ahead, beat it to each hip, doing a backwards half roll each time. All right, that's your technique.